Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I thought I would do a repotting video today with you. I'm going to be placing my huge foul sandy beach into some sphagnum moss today. This is the type that I have hydrated. It's the spag moss, it's by Best Grow, and it is wonderful. And so I have been letting this hydrate for about 24 hours. So this has been hydrating in just about 70 parts per million of CalMag plus some extra Epsom salts. I just went ahead and used that to hydrate the moss. I have found that that is a really good way to get your orchids that you're converting over to sphagnum moss. They take off when they have that little bit of CalMag and extra Epsom salts. So that's what this has been rehydrating in. So I told you a few weeks ago in a video that this one is down to 3 leaves, albeit they're huge. They're huge leaves, yes. But I don't like my phals to get down to 3 leaves. It means there's something going on that, yes, they're spiking, their root systems are doing very, very well. This one has a beautiful root system. But I want this one to grow some more leaves. And I've had really good success with the leaves growing back in the sphagnum moss. I'll be doing a video on that in the future. And I'll also show you what this one looked like just a few weeks ago with the beautiful spikes. I went ahead and cut those off of the plant. And these are those beautiful blooms. Sometimes Phalenopsis orchids can just bloom a little bit too much. And then it takes it out of the plant for them to, sustain these blooms. So I don't want to lose the plant from it just deciding to bloom and rebloom and rebloom. So that is part of the reason why I'm taking this course of action. So I thought I'd go ahead and just get started on that repotting with you. I have here a 9-inch orchid pot. And I've got some non-dissolvable packing peanuts in the bottom of this. Okay, and then I've got my sterilized scissors just in case I do find a root on this that is rotten, but there are no rotted roots on here. I've already really checked it out very thoroughly. And also, this amount that you see here is about 1/3 of this brick of spag moss. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, and here is the beautiful root system of foul sandy beach. I don't see any rotten roots on this one. This is a beautiful root system. I've been allowing this root system to set in water for about 24 hours, so it's nice and pliable. So I'm not going to get any broken roots here. Okay, so let's just kind of see. I think that this is going to be the best size pot for it. Yes. Okay. Now, let's see which way I'm going to start here. Okay, this is beautiful, beautiful moss. I love this moss. And I always grab too large of a handful of it. So let's start out with, you're always going to start with the center of it and then work out. Make sure you give it a good home in the middle of the root system, in the middle of the pot. And I'm going to be very careful because some of these roots are brand new and I just don't want to break any new roots. I think this is going to work. This is a huge root system. So I'm glad I found this 9-inch pot. I have found that if you have an orchid in water culture, this one has been in water culture for almost 2 years, they take to moss very, very well because it is a very soft and gentle media. And it doesn't damage the roots. It cushions them, as a matter of fact. And I want to keep this, like I've said before, very light and airy. I don't want to pack this moss down in here. I found that moss is ideal for orchids that you do convert from water culture or from small baby plants, because it retains both moisture and nutrients very, very well. My orchids that had to be converted from water culture for whatever reason, they are thriving in this beautiful sphagnum moss. I'm probably going to have to hydrate just a little bit more of it, but you get the idea. I probably could have used about a half of that brick of that sphagnum moss. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to fill in some holes here that I can see. Just want to make sure it kind of gets down in there in between the roots. Converting one is very easy when you're using moss, because it is a very friendly media. And as you see, I've packed this just very lightly. I'm probably going to need to rehydrate a little bit more, but that's most of it right there. Now I'm going to show you another little trick that I've learned. This is the water that it was sitting in for about 3 days before I decided to convert it. So this is its home water. And I'm just going to take that so it feels like home to this plant. Do you see how those roots are down in the bottom of that pot? Sometimes it's kind of hard to gauge exactly how much of this moss to use. I usually find I get too much or too little. And after I water it the first time, I kind of like to go back and just kind of loosen it up a little bit more. And the next time you see this one, might have a little bit more moss around it. But that's pretty much it. And I have a feeling this one is going to be growing lots of leaves. I will be doing follow-up videos on this one. And if you'd like to see this plant and what it looked like about 2 weeks ago, I'm going to put a link in the description box for you to see. It had 2 large leaves that had died off. So if you want to see what this looked like a few weeks ago in water culture, I'll put that in the description box. And this is a wrap on this repotting. And I hope you all just have a fabulous day and be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you next time.